Now, death and destruction in Mai Mahiu, Naivasha Nakuru County are the latest effects of the ongoing heavy rains. Residents of 4 villages in the area are counting losses both of life and property after intense rains overwhelmed blocked waterways that had gathered tons of water, killing 48 people and property of an unknown value. Brenda Wanga reports on the night of nature's fury and the fight for survival.
The extent of the devastation of the flood-induced mudslide evident in the daylight on Monday morning. The path the heavily silted floodwaters cut across the landscape, destroying both lives and property. A closer look reveals even more finer details of the power of the floodwaters that swept through the plains and the valleys. When the residents of these villages retired for the night as usual, they had no clue that hours before daybreak, everything as they knew it would change drastically and tragically.
10 za usiku tukiwa tumerara ndio tulisikia mgurumo mkubwa sana wa maji. Hiyo maji imeosha nyumba za watu walikuwa merara wamebebwa.
The flash flood sweeping through 4 villages of Old Kijabe, Kamushira, Gorea and Mai Mahiu. In its wake, tens of people lay dead, men, women and children caught unawares, trapped in their houses while they slept. It was a fight for life, quite literally, for the survivors.
Maji kaja kwa nyumba hivi katuzungusha, katuleta mpaka juu. Nikangangana nimeshika mtoto kadogo ya miezi 7 hivi na mkono. Mwingine miaka 3, wengine 2 tena. Na hawa ndugu zangu tukangangana. Baka nikaanza kubomoa mabati.
Sasa mahali niliamkia ilinigonga kwanza kiasi nikaanguka ndani ya maji. Mahali niliweza kutoka nikaenda kujulisha wengine.
Efforts to rescue survivors were ongoing early morning, with some of those affected lucky enough to survive the floods. Hours later, they were moved to hospital for medical attention. The Ministry of Water, in a statement, attributed the flooding incident to a blocked underpass or tunnel that channels flood waters to River Tungi along a railway line. The ongoing rains had deposited debris, stones, trees and soil into the tunnel, causing a blockage there. The flood waters gathering over a period of a few days, and Sunday night downpour was the last stroke that caused the breakage of the railway line and consequently the breaking of the banks of River Tungi, occasioning the tragedy that now grips the 4 villages. However, some residents say there had been warnings about the impending tragedy last week.
So ni venye sometime wana assume, but swali iko hapa, serikali ndio wanapeanaga hizo title deed za shamba za mto. So tunaomba tu serikali ikataze kupeana hizo title deed.
The flash floods affected transport as sections of the highway leading to and out of Naivasha were cut off. Vehicles on the road at the time of the floods were also affected, with some swept by the floods with their occupants, some bearing the heavy impact, others not so much. The death toll from this incident is rising as residents say some of their relatives remain unaccounted for as the search efforts continue. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.